us discuss about coagulation. So what do you mean by coagulation? So we all know that the colloidal particles grow into bigger size and finally precipitate out. The precipitation of the colloidal particles can be brought about by the addition of strong electrolyte. This process is known as coagulation. Coagulation is also known as flocculation / flocculation. So there are two terms for this process: coagulation or flocculation. The application of coagulation and flocculation we can see in our daily life. First one is formation of delta region. We all know that delta region is very famous for the fertile land where good crops are obtained. The second one is clotting of the blood by the addition of FeCl3. Apart from this, in the treatment of water, we also use potash alum for the sedimentation of the water, which is also a best application of coagulation. Now, let us learn about the coagulation. The coagulation power or the flocculation power is directly proportional to the valency of the coagulating ion, which can be given as coagulating power is directly related to valency of coagulating ion. Apart from this, the another variable is flocculation value is inversely related to the coagulating power. Is inversely related to coagulating power. So what do you mean by flocculation value? Flocculation value is nothing but the minimum concentration in millimole per dm cube which is required to bring about the coagulation is known as flocculation value. Now let us learn about the different methods of obtaining coagulation: by heating, by boiling, or by repeated dialysis, through electrophoresis, or by simply addition of an electrolyte. The different methods of coagulations are: first one, mutual coagulation; second one, by heating or boiling; third one, by electrophoresis or repeated dialysis; a very important one, by the addition of strong electrolyte. Now let us take up the last one and see how the coagulation can be brought about by the addition of an electrolyte. Let us see how the electrolyte which is added can affect the coagulation. When the electrolyte is added into colloidal solution, it undergoes dissociation. So the ions which has undergone the dissociation is responsible for the neutralization of the charges on the colloidal solution, and hence it brings about the coagulation. The conclusion drawn is, greater the valency of an ion, which is known as effective ion, greater is the coagulation power. This is a statement given by Hardy and Schulz, and hence it is known as Hardy and Schulz rule. Hardy and Schulz rule. It's very important. It is just one line statement but very effective. Greater the valency of effective ion or an active ion, greater is the coagulation. The amount of protective colloids in milligrams which is required to prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of colloidal salt upon addition of 1 ml of 10% of NaCl solution is known as gold number. From the gold number we can come to know the coagulating power, and it is very important. So, we can write that as second category, which is known as gold number. The amount of protective colloids in milligram is known as Congo-Rubin number. The amount of protective colloid in milligram is known as Congo-Rubin number. Lyophilic colloids form a protective layer around the lyophobic salt, and it is known as protective power, and this protective power is inversely proportional to gold number. Third subcategory is protective power, which is inversely proportional to gold number. Now, the last bit of piece which is left is emulsions. Emulsions are nothing but a solution of two immiscible liquids. They are known as emulsions. This term we have frequently heard in the advertisements and so on. Basically in the Asian paints they tell that emulsion paints, correct? Now let us learn about the two types of emulsions. The two types of emulsions are oil in water type and another one is water in oil type. First one, oil in water type emulsion, which is given as O bar W type emulsion. Another one is water in oil emulsion. The best example of oil in water type emulsion is milk, vanishing cream and hair cream and so on. Milk, vanishing cream and hair cream. Whereas water in oil type of emulsion is the cold cream which we use during the monsoon season, or these days daily also we use that cold cream. Apart from that, butter, both form water in oil emulsion. Cold cream, which is known as winter cream, apart from that, butter. Stable emulsions are obtained by just shaking two immiscible liquids upon addition of the extra substances known as emulsifying agent. The best example is soap. When the stains are there and when soap is added, okay, water and oil will mix and forms a froth. So that is known as what? Emulsifying agent. Emulsifying agent, and the example is soap. Apart from this, the last term is upon addition of an electrolyte which destroys the charges and brings about the coagulation is known as de-emulsification. where coagulation occurs by destroying the charges. So dear students, we had a brief introduction to this chapter. The main intention of this introduction is you can answer any type of questions based on this introduction. So I can confidently tell that with this introduction, you will be able to crack any questions from this chapter, surface chemistry. So let us discuss about the problems on surface chemistry in the coming session.
ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ದಿವಿಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇದೇ ಥರ ನೂರಾರು ವೀಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ.